Just when I thought I was going to sleep, the Packers signed Muhammad Wilkerson. Damn, our defensive line is sexy.
Packers are moving on. Aaron Rodgers has done it again.
Grassy Posse Packer Nation, welcome to another episode of Packcast. The podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I am your host, Tom Grassi, and thank you so much for watching. And boy, oh boy, looks like I am busy tonight as the Green Bay Packers have agreed to sign Muhammad Wilkerson, defensive lineman from the New York Jets. This is exciting stuff. These are the kinds of signings that I wanted to see. Obviously, we're a little torn because of the signing of Jimmy Graham, but the loss of Jordy Nelson. But here, I think this is something that all Packers fans can agree on. This has the potential to be a great signing. So it looks like the details of the contract, it is a one-year signing worth $5 million plus $3 million in incentives. I absolutely love this deal because, again, it's no risk for the Packers. Either this guy comes in, blows everybody away, plays as a first-round talent, Pettine is able to unlock his potential, and he's an amazing player for us, in which then maybe he signs a longer-term deal, or he doesn't, he kind of continues his downward slope, and the Packers, they just lose $5 million. So again, I think that this is an absolutely great move from the Packers. This is like a Ted Thompson move in that you got a potential great player, a former first-rounder, for $5 million. Can't really beat that. This contract signing just made me even more excited. A former first-round pick, number 30 into the 2011 draft. Muhammad Wilkerson, 11 forced fumbles over his career, 44.5 sacks, 243 tackles, over 140 assisted tackles. This is looking pretty good, as obviously Wilkerson fell out of favor in New York. The Jets no longer really were a big fan of him. His biggest years coming in 2013 with 10.5 sacks, and 2015 with 12 sacks. But he's obviously declined. 2016, 4.5 sacks. 2017, 3.5. But I got to say that what makes me excited about that is, one, we probably got him for a good price. But he knows Mike Pettine, and that he worked underneath him. Pettine was the defensive coordinator from 2009 to 2012. So the last 2 years, Wilkerson was there. So he knows his system. I'm sure Pettine is going to allow him to thrive. But just take a look at this defensive line right now. We got the triple threat of Wilkerson, Kenny Clark, and Mike Daniels. Ain't nobody running the ball on us. So if we can get Wilkerson up to his prime, up to where we know he could be an amazing player for this Packers defense, and one that they really need. And so it seems like our defensive line, really, there's no real problems with it. And so now what we need to focus on, of course, is that backfield. Now, I just see constant rumors of Trumaine Johnson. We've talked about it on this show. I would love to have him. The Packers, though, I don't know if they have the cap in order to pull that off. I mean, because you have guys like the Browns who have like a cajillion dollars to spend. And so while I would love him, I don't know if we're going to get him. You saw Malcolm Butler going for an insane amount of money in Tennessee. And I think Trumaine Johnson, who is a proven cornerback, is definitely going to be asking for even more than that. So while I would love to get him, I also wouldn't be surprised if we didn't. Good old Brian, our new GM, Gutekunst, he came out and basically was talking about Jordy, but said that cornerback is definitely being looked at. He can't comment on the Randall trade yet because it's technically not official until tomorrow, but he said it's not necessarily going to come for free agency, which means that cornerback is definitely going to be a highlight of the draft. Also, some good news that came out today, too, is that the Bills swapped picks with the Bengals. The Bills are a quarterback-hungry team, meaning that hopefully another quarterback will be off the board. So there should be probably like 4 to 5 quarterbacks off the board by the time we pick, which means that those defensive players are going to be sliding on down, and hopefully a great top 10 player lands there at number 14. So I'm very pumped about this, especially if we got him at a great price, which I think we did. And I think that Pettine can really bring this guy's potential out and put him to good use, and our defensive line is going to be monstrous and give running backs and quarterbacks fits this year. And so now really what we need to focus on is that backfield. But what do you think about the signing? I'm pumped about it. I hope you're excited about it too. This kind of has given me a little bit boost after the whole Jimmy Graham, Jordy Nelson thing. Let's see what this kid can do. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com, TomGrossi Comedy, or Tom Grossi Comedy on the Twitters, also on Instagram, the Facebook. Also check out the Patreon, Tom Grossi Comedy. There's some cool rewards up there for you guys. I always appreciate the support. You can also check out Packcast, which is this podcast. We do multiple episodes per week right during the regular season. If you're new here, which, by the way, we passed 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, what? Very excited about that. Thank you, as always, for helping the channel out. And so we're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, and, of course, here on YouTube. So check all that wonderful stuff out. I'm excited to get this guy on board. Let's see what he can do. Let's actually have a good defense this year. I really hope we pick up at least a little bit of cornerback help in the free agency, but we'll see. Tomorrow's going to be a crazy day, and I have a feeling I'm going to be doing at least a couple more episodes tomorrow, but I'm happy to do it. I'm Tom Grossi. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.